If you have entered into this channel, pat yourself on your back, because you have entered into a different world, a different view. A view where opinions are not willy-nilly or hopeful thinking. They will be based in fact, and facts will speak the loudest. Some people call this sport a game, a sporting event, soccer, or football. And when played well, it's referred to as poetry, art, and even a ballet. All of these names, these titles, do not reflect the activity on the pitch. Descriptions of this event use words such as attack, counterattack, defensive movements, flanking, and individual battles. No, this is no sport, no event. This is a war, a pitch war. Welcome to Pitch Wars. Today we are going to be talking about the soccer generals of Copa America. This episode we will explore and provide analysis of the generals behind the troops that enter into the cauldron of the pitch. We will focus today on Group C of the 2024 Copa America. We will analyze the coaches, and through this analytical perspective we will more accurately understand their individual style, motivations, and likely formations and tactics. This will also give a clear picture of how influential these coaches are to the success or failure of their pitch wars. First, let's take a look at the groupings. We have Group A, Argentina, Peru, Chile, and Canada. Group B, Mexico, Ecuador, Venezuela, and Jamaica. Group C, we have the USA, Uruguay, Panama, Bolivia. And Group D, Brazil, Colombia, Paraguay, and Costa Rica. Now let's focus on Group C, the Bolivian general, Antônio Carlos Zago. Zago is a Brazilian from Sao Paulo, and he grew up playing soccer in one of the most talent-filled countries in the world, and he excelled. Any fan of Antônio Carlos knows how successful he was in the pitch wars. He started his career playing in Brazil in 1986 through 1990 and was selected for the world powerhouse Sao Paulo as a hard-nosed center back. His international recognition came when he promoted to the Brazilian national team in 1990. There he represented Brazil with 37 appearances between 1991 to 2001. He played a very physical style of defense and had a temperament made for a warrior. He collected a number of red cards, once charged with assault, and also discharged from a match for spitting at a player. He played for very successful teams such as Palmeiras and Roma of the Italian First Division, and has collected a trophy case filled with accolades. Now at 55, he was selected to take Bolivia not only through a successful campaign in Copa America, but also into the 2026 World Cup. Keeping in mind that Bolivia has not entered into this campaign since 1994, but that may change to the generalship of Antônio Carlos, or simply Zago. Zago not only was successful on the pitch, but as a coach as well. He started his coaching career in 2009 up until this present day. His leadership guided such teams as Roma along with 16 other professional teams. He coached for mostly Brazilian teams, coached Japanese, Spanish teams, and most recently 2 Bolivian teams. This battle-hardened defender has provided leadership for a whopping 15 years and has been a soccer professional for 36 years. And that is a helmet full of experience. He has coached in 441 professional games and won 205. Along the way, he has captured league titles. And even with all this experience, his temperament has not evolved. During his coaching career, he has been suspended by leagues and has had physical fights with players. Obviously, a very colorful character. As far as Zago's coaching style is concerned, let's take a look. Zago has spent a lifetime in the South American soccer environment and knows each team and their play styles. And he grew up in professional soccer in an environment of total football, meaning that each player was talented in offense and defense with interchanging positions. This means that his assigned defenders were expected to participate in the attack, and the attackers equally participated in defense. This allowed for an interchange of positions, which is designed to confuse their opponents. It also facilitated an advantage of more players in the attack and equally more players in the defense, which can overwhelm the opponents. So it is no surprise that his preferred formation is a 3-5-2. That means 3 defenders, 5 midfielders that are interchangeable both vertically and horizontally, and 2 forward attackers. This formation is expected in the Copa America campaign. It is well known that the best formation that can exploit the 3-5-2 formation is the 3-4-3 formations. The 3-4-3 can provide defensive cover and on fast counterattacks can exploit the space behind the pushed-up wingbacks. To be successful in this, the opponent must have fast, talented wingers that can provide quality forward passes or crosses and have forward strikers that can dominate the aerial attack. Zago also has experience in Spain, where the tiki-taka style is in full popularity. This style incorporates fast, short, quick passes to pull defenders out of position, which opens up spaces. This style plays perfectly with the total football concept and can be a nightmare for defense. The weakness to this style is that it slows the game down, and any missed pass or interception of a pass can spark a fast counterattack, catching many players pushed up and out of position. It is highly likely that Zago will initiate a 3-5-2 with a high backline, interchanging midfielders that will be expected to complete short, fast passes and dominate control of the ball. Zago will expect his midfielders to have most of the possession in the game and to attempt to confuse the defensive structure by horizontal and vertical runs that interchange quickly. Now, let's take a look at Bolivia's national team's success, or lack thereof. Bolivia's ranking by FIFA in 2012 was the 42nd best team in the world. Today, they are ranked 85th. This is a steady and continuing drop-off as a result of talent and game results. The question now is, can the Bolivia players meet the standards, style, and tactics of Zago? Even though 2023 was a rebuilding year for Bolivia, the Zago experiment has not reaped any rewards. 2023 was definitely a disappointing year for Bolivian fans, with losses to Uruguay, Peru, Paraguay, Argentina, Panama, Ecuador, and even Uzbekistan. The only success that they saw was a draw with Chile and a win over Saudi Arabia. So to say the least, things are not looking well. Bolivia has 5 roster players that play on the same team in the Bolivian League, which is the top team in this league, and 4 players that play on another top team in the same league. Additionally, 5 other roster players play on the same team, again, in the same league. So 14 roster players play on 3 separate teams in the same league. There should be no question about the chemistry and familiarity of players on this team. Bolivia does have 2 notable players, Jose Sagredo, a striker, which is a top scorer for Bolivia and his first-place team in the Bolivian League, and R. Fernandez, a left-back, which is a top assist giver for the team. Keep in mind, though, that the Bolivian League is not ranked by FIFA in the top 200 leagues. It is therefore my opinion that the Bolivian players do not have the capability to play a Zago style of play effectively and will struggle with ball dominance and on the attack. If pressured, they will consistently turn over the ball and be forced to retreat to a low block to stay competitive in any Copa American game. Bolivia's only chance for a point may come against the United States, but that even should be unlikely. Bolivia's first game in the Copa America will be against the United States national team on June 23rd and have to play on home soil of the United States.